There comes a moment in every life when the mirror becomes a battlefield, where the person staring back at you must decide between comfort and growth. It's that quiet war between potential and excuses. You know those whispers that tell you you're too tired, you've done enough, tomorrow will be better? They sound convincing because they wear the mask of reason, but beneath that mask hides the thief of progress: excuse. If you've ever wondered why your goals feel distant or why discipline slips away, it's time to confront the truth that will set you free. This isn't about motivation that fades by morning. It's about mastering your own mind and refusing to surrender to your weaker voice. Because once you silence the lies, you'll realize the power you've had all along has been waiting for your command. How do you stop making excuses? It's simpler than most people think. The first step is understanding that every excuse you make is built on deception. They are lies, every single one of them. Think about the things you tell yourself, the reasons you use to justify avoiding effort, the rationalizations that lead you toward the easy path while abandoning discipline. You whisper to yourself, "I don't have time." Lie. "I don't have support." Lie. "I don't have the right tools or the perfect plan." Lie. "I'm too old. I'm too young. I'm too tired. I'm too sore." Lies upon lies upon lies. They pile up one after another until they form a wall between you and your goals, and that wall won't fall unless you decide to tear it down. So, recognize this truth. Excuses are not real barriers. They are illusions you've accepted as truth. They are manufactured, exaggerated, imagined, and they survive only because you feed them with belief. But belief works both ways. If you can believe in the lies, you can also believe in the truth. And the truth? The truth will break the chains of procrastination. The truth will pull you out of the downward spiral that comes from laziness and inaction. The truth will free you. What is that truth? You do have time. You do have what it takes. You do have the strength, the potential, and the will to see it through. Every ounce of discipline you think you lack is already within you, waiting for you to command it. So cast out the lies, burn them in your mind, replace them with conviction. Listen to the truth and act upon it. Live it. Because the real difference between success and failure doesn't come from talent. It comes from showing up when every part of you wants to stop. Those days when you're worn out, exhausted, or uninspired, those are the most important days. What do you do then? You move anyway, you act anyway, you show up. Even if you're only going through the motions, you go through them. Don't feel like working out? Work out anyway. Don't want to finish that project? Hammer at it until it's done. Don't want to get out of bed? Rise anyway. Now yes, sometimes fatigue is real and rest may be needed, but not today, not this moment. Wait until tomorrow. Let the strength of your commitment outlast the weakness of your mood. Silence that tempting voice that whispers, "Take it easy." You've earned it, because that voice is not your ally. It's the very reason you've been held back. So when your mind says stop, your heart must say go. When the excuses rise, drown them out with truth. When comfort calls, answer with action. Lift the weights, run the hill, write the page, build the dream. Get up and move forward. Now, as a general principle, I can't stand procrastination. When something needs to be done, do it. But if there's one thing worth postponing, it's rest. That's the one exception. If you feel tired, if you think you need a break, put it off until tomorrow. And when tomorrow arrives, see if that feeling is still there. If it is, then fine, take that rest, but most likely you won't need it anymore. Chances are you'll realize that what you called rest was simply the temptation to ease up, to follow the path of comfort, the route that requires no effort. But by showing up, by pushing through that urge, you rise above it. You hold your ground on the path of discipline, the path of strength, the path that leads to mastery. You remain in the fight, the warrior's path, the place where you truly belong. There's endless wisdom out there, countless lessons waiting to be absorbed. Knowledge surrounds us, yet we stumble and fall time and again. We make mistakes, and in many ways, we are shaped by them. Often, the truth we need is sitting right before us, clear, visible, waiting, but we ignore it. We miss it because we think we already know better, until life itself hits back and teaches us otherwise. The greatest lesson of all is to understand that learning never stops. Every one of us has more to understand, more to uncover. We learn from classrooms, from mentors, from failure, from experience, from every breath of life itself. But for that knowledge to mean something, you must process it, you must absorb it, embrace it, and let it change you. Your mind must stay open. Your spirit must remain willing. You must release the chains of pride, of comfort, of assumption, because only then can real progress begin. And when it comes to regrets, the things you wish you'd done differently, remember, hindsight always looks clear. Everyone wishes they could go back, do it again, improve what they once failed to perfect. And if given another chance, you'd probably want to try again and again until you got it right. But life doesn't hand out replays. You get one run, one performance, one chance to live this story. This is it. One life. That's all you have. And regret, by itself, serves no purpose. It holds no power to change what's already done. The only thing truly worth holding on to from regret is the lesson it taught you, the wisdom you gained through the pain. Regret itself offers nothing unless you rise above it. Walking through life weighed down by what could have been gives you no reward. Learn from it, then release it. Don't let regret chain you to the past. Let it instruct you. Let it strengthen you. Let the memory of missed chances push you to act today. Take action now. Become someone who grows from experience, not someone haunted by it. Don't carry regret, carry understanding. Motivation, what a complicated word. People often believe it means being excited, fired up, or overflowing with energy to chase a dream. We imagine it's that burning passion that suddenly switches on inside us, pushing us to move mountains. But the truth is, it doesn't work like that. Passion doesn't appear on command. You can't just switch on desire and expect yourself to be instantly driven. Life doesn't function that way. And honestly, that's not even the true meaning of motivation. Motivation isn't loud cheering or being told to go get it. Motivation is something deeper. To motivate is to give a reason. It's to define your why. When you motivate someone, you're not shouting, you're explaining. You're helping them see why their effort matters, why the fight is worth it, where persistence will lead them, and how the struggle will shape who they become. And when you find yourself searching for motivation, don't wait for someone to shout your name or hand you encouragement. Look inward. Look into the mirror and ask yourself the question that matters most. Why am I doing this? Remind yourself of your purpose. Remind yourself that the discomfort, the pressure, the late nights, the uphill battles, these are not meaningless. They are the very process that molds you, stronger, sharper, wiser, and ready. And when that reminder sinks in, let it ignite you. Step forward with resolve. Walk through the resistance. Face the storm head on, because it is within the storm that victory is born, where strength is forged, and where your next chapter begins. You may not feel like rising. You may not feel like moving. Some mornings you won't even want to face the world, but you do it anyway. You rise, you move, you act. Yes, sometimes those feelings are signs that you need a moment to breathe, to rest, and to recharge, and that's okay. But don't surrender the entire day. Don't let today slip away unused. Not today. Wait until tomorrow. Stop. Don't surrender to that instant urge whispering in your ear. Silence it. Refuse to let it win. Instead, move. Go through the motions, pick up the weights, run that hill, push through the project, rise from your bed. As a general rule, procrastination has no place in a life of purpose. You must take action. But if there's one thing you should delay, it's rest. Postpone that, save it for tomorrow. And when tomorrow comes, if you still feel the same way, if you still believe you truly need that break, then take it. But chances are you won't. You'll realize the desire to rest wasn't real fatigue. It was weakness trying to disguise itself as comfort. It was the temptation to choose the easy way, the smooth road, the downhill path. But when you decided to move anyway, to act despite how you felt, you rose above it. You stayed aligned with discipline. You remained on the path of strength, the path of purpose, the warrior's path, the one where you know deep down you belong. People often ask, how can I become disciplined? How can I build it, keep it, sustain it? The answer is simple, but far from easy. There are countless strategies and techniques floating around. Do the small things. Wake up early. Write your goals. Take cold showers. Make public promises. Set challenges with your friends so failure costs you something. And sure, those things can help. They have their value. But the truth is, the reason discipline is difficult to maintain is because it is difficult to maintain. That's what makes it discipline. It requires sacrifice. It demands consistency. And if you ever hear someone say that discipline comes easy to them, understand that's pride speaking, not truth. You know what that really is? It's the truth about being human. Because no matter who you are, discipline is never automatic. It's work, real work, the kind that requires strength when you'd rather give in, consistency when no one's watching, and resolve when it feels easier to let go. That's what discipline is, holding the line, upholding your standards, refusing to lower the bar, and giving no room for excuses. It's demanding, it's relentless, and yes, it's hard. But if there's one thing that makes it a little easier, it's this. Picture how you'll feel when it's done. Think about that moment after the workout when your body aches, but your spirit feels alive. Think about staying consistent with your goals when no one else sees the effort. Think about completing that dull, repetitive task that you didn't want to start, but finished anyway. There's pride in that. There's strength in that. It feels powerful. Now, on the other hand, imagine how it feels when you let that discipline slip, when you give into the comfort of doing nothing. You know that feeling, the frustration, the weakness, the quiet disappointment that whispers, you could have done more. You felt both sides before, so get to know them deeply, the victory of self-control and the defeat of surrender. And then ask yourself, which one do you want to feel in the next 10 minutes, or in the next hour, when the task is over, when the moment has passed, when your choice is already made? Because those small choices, those brief moments of strength or weakness, build your days, your weeks, your months, and ultimately your life. When you stand firm during those crucial minutes, when you refuse to give in, you place yourself in a stronger position physically, mentally, and emotionally. You build something within you that cannot be shaken easily, but sometimes things still fall apart. Problems stack up, challenges arrive all at once. Everything seems to hit harder and faster than you can handle. And in those moments, it's easy to feel beaten down, to feel like quitting might be the only option left. But hear this, that moment of pressure doesn't mean stop. It means fight harder. When life tries to push you to the edge, that's when you tighten your stance. That's when you dig deeper. That's when you go to war with the weakness trying to claim your strength. Discipline is your weapon, focus is your shield, and persistence, your greatest ally. When the battle intensifies, don't retreat, advance. Because every struggle you endure is shaping you into the kind of person who cannot be broken. Every moment you choose discipline over comfort, you rewrite your future. You are training your mind to lead when your emotions try to take control. You are proving to yourself that strength isn't found in convenience, it's built in resistance. So the next time you feel tired, distracted, or discouraged, remember this. The discomfort you feel today will soon fade, but the growth you gain from pushing through will last for years. Hold the line, stay the course, keep showing up, because every act of discipline is a vote for the person you're becoming. If these words reached you, don't keep them to yourself. Share this message with someone who needs to hear it. Comment below what discipline means to you. And most importantly, start living it today. Stay focused, stay relentless. Your future self is counting on you.